Hi everyone. Good morning. I'm really sorry I kept you guys waiting for more than 40 minutes. Please let me know if you can hear me. Hello. Can you all hear me? All right. All right, thanks. I'm really sorry. I mean, I had to get your questions, get answers, and make sure I'm giving you the right thing. You get that was majorly what was keeping me. But yeah, I'm really sorry. Apologies. I hope accepted. Okay, the way we normally do, this time around, we won't really spend lots of time here, just go straight to the point, answering your questions, and so that I can leave you all to attempt your tasks and also enjoy the rest of your day. But before we get started, before we normally do 5 minutes, but we'll do for just 3 minutes. I want us to go back to Slack and also calling the other people to come join us so that everybody, because I'm going to answer every question. I mean, questions are not much, so I'm going to be taking everything so that everybody are going to get answers to their questions. And if there are also any other questions you like to ask and all of that, you'd be giving answers to. So I want you guys to go to Slack right now and call your colleagues in. I'll also be doing that on my phone. So yeah, just 3 minutes. See you guys in the next 3 minutes. Bobby, yeah, do. If you still have questions, you can check the channel. I dropped a sheet there. So you might want to drop in your questions and I'll get them at my end there and make sure I answer everything. So please just 3 minutes. We are 55 here. You know the way we normally do, get more than 200. So yeah, just 3 minutes. We are 68. We're coming in 2 minutes more. Wow, nobody's dropping. What's going on? Um, all right. I think we just have to start. I think we just have to start. Other people will join us, right? So if you are doing that, come in. Um, I'm trying to share my screen so you guys can see what we have for today. Okay, I'm sharing my screen now. Please let me know if you can see my screen. And if you can hear me clearly. You guys can see my screen, right? And it's clear at your end. All right. Thanks. Okay. Back to the tax for this week. It's majorly the other aspects of user research. Do you understand? I mean, last week we started off with research, you carrying out interviews, drafting your questions and all of that. Do you understand? You know, I said that in as much as they are drafting your questions, you get you'd want to also ask. I mean, you're not just writing questions. I mean, the task says you should just submit your questions and all of that. I mean, your file. But what would need, I mean, they might not be scored to that, but it's going to encourage you guys, and it's going to be better if you guys would have like carried out an interview with the form which I've been seeing on Slack, carry out an interview on Slack, and it might not really be on Slack, it might be on WhatsApp or any other channel you might want to. I mean, on Meet, you can even have a Meet call or something. Anyhow you want to like carry out the interview. So now this section of user research is basically kind of documenting or gathering or analyzing those data you've had in the first task, I mean last week task, the task where you get the interview. This is where now you sit down and you like start gathering those data, start putting things in place, because I'm sure you've gotten, for those that went ahead to submit form and all of that, you've gotten lots of responses. Do you understand? I mean, the next question is, okay, what am I going to do with those responses? What do I just submit the sheets to you guys like that and all of that? The next thing is you sitting down, kind of analyzing those responses and forming out a like a user persona and empathy map through that research. Do you understand? You can't just wake up one morning, or you have this idea in your head, this product idea in your head, and the next thing you want to do is start doing user persona. It is not right. I mean, it does not work that way. Basically, what you do is you first carry out your research, know your customer, ask some questions related to what you're trying to do that would help you get enough information that you use to like start your design with. Do you understand? Somebody's saying they can't hear me. I hope I'm not muted. Good. Okay, I'm not muted. Can the rest hear me? Hello, guys. Are you guys with me? I need to know if you can hear me. Somebody's saying they can't hear me. Oh, all right. Thanks. So, for the person that said can't hear me, I think it's from your end, but the rest can hear me. Yeah, thanks, guys. So, like I was saying, do you understand? After your research and all of that, this is the stage where you have to sit down with those responses and start like accumulating the data. Do you understand? To form user persona and to form empathy map. Do you get? Because in as much as you have like, let's say, I mean, when you carry out, especially when you give out link of form, you get a link to your form for people to fill, you get lots of responses. Some people get like more than 100 responses, depending on people, number of people that filled it, you get lots of responses. And it's not like you have to start reading all of them one by one. Okay, this number one person says this, says this, says this, then let me design for that person. Number two person says this, says this, says this, let me design for that person and all of that. Do you have to like break everything down and make it into a user persona? Because some of those things that were said, some of those responses that you got are like, how do I put it? Most of them are like similar. Do you understand? Not all of them. I mean, you don't get, I mean, people have their different thoughts and different opinions and all of that. Everything will not be the same, but most of them are similar. So this is where you now like form it into like user persona. So user persona is basically like a fictional character. Somebody was asking the other time that um for my user persona, is it that I get somebody's real information, or how does it work? Do you understand? Basically, what it is just a fictional character gotten from the research you did. You have to you have to have done a research. Do you understand? You can't just wake up from a blues and be like, you want to do user person, you want to work on user persona without a research, without enough data. Do you understand? So it's gotten from a research that represents your users. So let's take it for example. Somebody was asking me the other day that how many user personas do we need? Basically, depends on your users. Do you understand? For your products, I really don't know the kind of products you are building, but for your products, they have like different users. Do you understand? Let's say let's take Instagram as a product now. You have those business people. Do you understand? Those people going online to sell things. So you create a personnel for them. Do you understand? Then they also have a normal user, not basically business, but okay, let's say those buyers. I'm going to Instagram to go and purchase stuff. Do you understand? Or a friend of mine referred me to Instagram that she gave me a link and all of that, a profile. So I'm going there to go and purchase stuff. So you're creating a user persona for the business aspect, for the business users, and also another one for those regular users that just go to buy. Do you understand? So they have different, you are designing for different users. I'm just taking Instagram as an example. This does not really apply to all your products or whatever you are designing for. You just have to understand whatever it is you are designing and know the kind of users that that are designing for. Do you understand? Then you create personas for each of those users. I don't mean you have 200 responses from your interview, then you are going to create 200 personas. No. I mean, looking at those responses you got, break it down to that type of user you are designing for. Then you are going to design one persona each for those users. I don't know if somebody understands what I've said. I mean, how personnel come into place, how to know the type of or the how to know the number of personnel you have to do and all of that. Is that clear? Then I want to understand whether you know. Then we start breaking it down to what is in personnel and how to fill it in. Do you understand? All what I've said about user personnel. Is there any question regarding what I've said so far? So that we can go into breaking it down. Okay, doing let me know what exactly is not clear. What do you want to understand? What's your question? What question do you have? Okay, you don't understand the number of personal parts. No, I've not broken the question. Sorry, I've not broken down the personal yet. Do you understand? I say I'm going to do that. I just need to know if you guys understand what I've been saying so far about user persona. I'll break it down to biography, goals. How you need to fill that in. I'll break it down. I just need to know if you understand what I've been saying so far. If no, like just go straight to the point and let me know what exactly is not clear. How many user personnel? Like I said, I can't really tell you the number of personnel you are going to be creating. Do you understand? The number of personnel you're going to be working on. I just what I have to say is a personnel represents a user, like a user type. I already made mention of Instagram. Using Instagram, for example, when you are creating a personnel, you see that it's not like just one type of person that is using Instagram. Different type of people uses Instagram. Do you understand? They have the business aspect. So when you are looking at that aspect, you have to design one personnel for business on Instagram. Do you understand? You have to design one personnel for business. Then when you are looking at the other aspect of a normal user, maybe going to purchase stuff and all of that, you have to design a personnel for that particular user. When I mean that particular, for business, it's not just one person. It's not one business account you see on Instagram. There are a lot. Just imagine if Instagram has carried out research, interviewed people, and let's say 50% of those people they fall under the business category. Do you understand? So what they are going to do when designing a persona or when working on a persona is that they are going to categorize those business people into one. No matter the number of responses you've been getting, you categorize them into one and design one persona for business. Still on that Instagram idea, one persona for business. Then you look at the other type of user that are using Instagram. Do you understand? That's the buyers. They don't do anything on Instagram. They just go to buy. They don't get just let me go and buy stuff and all of that. So it creates a persona for those type of users. Do you understand? Then talk about those people that want to just use it as a normal form of networking or socializing. Do you understand? Where you just go and chat and all of that. So you create one persona for that. That's like now we've talked about 3 personas for Instagram. Do you understand? So I'm not saying you have to create 3 personas. No, I'm just trying to make you understand how creating persona is. I mean, how do you come about personas? Do you understand? What determines the number of persona? Do you understand? Okay, so Temi, you're asking that. So am I saying that if you have 50 responses, can we collate them into 5 user personas? It depends on the product you are building, Temi. It depends on the product. Do you get? It depends on the product. If your product requires 5 different type of users, then yes, you are going to create 5 different personas. If your product requires one type of user, then you are going to create one persona. Do you understand? Taking logistics, for example, logistics, there are different type of users. They have logistics like delivering business. Do you understand? They have the delivering service you get when partner with people and all of that. They come to your doorstep, collect goods and all that. So that one is like one person now. Do you understand? Then they have the people that are making use of those businesses. Oh, I have goods I want to send to somebody. They have that particular those particular type of users. So each of those users we are going to create personas. So I'm not saying when you have 50 responses, you create 50 different personas. Is that clear? I mean, do you understand that? Yes, DK, yeah. So you said persona is like a representative of a user category under the general user persona. Yes. Do you understand? Good. So do you have questions concerning that so that we can break into the categories, what's the biography, why you need to put these frustration, needs and goals and all of that. Any other question regarding that so that we can continue? Yes, you can pick a name. Do you understand? Some people usually go with, like I said, it's a fictional character. Some people just pick a random name and all of that. But yeah, you can pick a name. Do you understand? That doesn't mean that you add all the 20 people that fall into that category, add their name there. No, you don't do that. Bolaji, I think you are sorry. Bolaji, I think you are asking a question that I've answered already. You said, so what's going to be the distinguishable factor among the different personnel using that Instagram, for example? I already told you, it depends on the type of users. So when you break down those users, you know the type of personnel and who you are creating those personnel for. So is that clear? Should we go on? All right, I think you guys now understand it. Yeah, somebody's asking for an example of persona. I will, but I'm sure you guys now. I mean, I'm sure you've made your research. Do you understand? Yeah, I'm sure you've made your research about user persona. You already know what it is. So now let's break that down. So when I'm talking about biography, in your like I said, whatever is in this place here, like whatever is there is gotten from your research. You don't just assume things in this goal part, needs, frustrations. You don't assume things. Whatever you see here is what is gotten from the research. That's why when you were drafting out those user questions, those research questions, when you were drafting it out, there might be some things that will fall under the biography, some things that will fall under this. That's why you need to ask the right questions. They have different type of way of asking questions. When I asked you that, how are you doing? The next thing that I want to say is fine. Do you understand? But I mean, you how about asking it like this? Tell me about your day. Then person has the opportunity to like talk for an extent and be able to like pick out things from there. When they say tell me about your day, that if the day went well, you would know. If the day did not go well, you would know. So instead of just saying how are you, or yeah, instead of just say how are you, then fine. Then how about a question where they get to like talk much and get to like get more information about what the person is trying to feel, what the person is feeling or trying to say or stuff like that. Do you understand? That's why I mean the past tasks, the user research one task where you get to like draft your questions and all of that. If you did not do well, you might the tax has I think they've closed the tax and all of that. But if you did not really do well to get answers that you'd put down here, you might want to like go back and ask, like, just for practice sake, just go back to like ask those important questions and draft the questions in a way that you get enough answers. So now this biography falls under those: what is your name, how old are you? You did screener questions now. I mean, the templates we gave you had screener questions. They will be like, I mean, concerning age, if you are above this, you are good. I mean, you are this, you are good to go. If you're not above this, you are good to go. All those stuff have to do with, sorry, all those stuff have to do with biography. Do you understand? I don't know if that biography part is clear. Hello, is somebody following? Okay. Okay, you said you have a question based on last week's task. Please, can you ask that later so that we just go ahead with what we are doing and I make sure I cover enough things. Not really took some time. I mean, a lot of time, rather. Okay, so I guess that is clear. So that biography will contain the age, occupation, like what do you do? That kind of question. Do you understand? What do you do? I mean, you can now give options that students might be whatever. So whatever they pick, those stuff will fall under biography. Status: are you single? Your location and all of that, that's under biography. Do you understand? Then under profile, you get to kind of like summarize the person. Do you understand? Just like, oh, this person is a whatever person. He cares about so and so and so and so. Just so you know your users very well, the user you're designing for, just so you know them very well. Do you get? So that is where profile is going to go. So now, let's talk about um the frustrations. Oh, let's say you are doing, let's take social media for example. You want to redesign or do something about Instagram and all of that, an app that looks like Instagram, social media. Maybe you come across those questions or those responses where people will start giving out their frustrations that, okay, I tried this so and so app, but it was not really giving me what I was expecting. Do you understand? It takes time to load. When I send a message, it doesn't go on time, and I would not really know when the person is online. Like when they start giving you that negative no, I'm not really negative vibe, but the negative aspect, their frustrations, when they start pointing that out, that is where you're going to like write all of this down. Do you understand? And it's better you write, I mean, under frustrations and concern, better you write it in the bullet point. So you can just be like, um, I can't know when somebody is online. Number two, message delivered very late. Do you understand? Then you can now, another one can now be like, um, I can't, oh, no, let me think of something under frustrations that users might be frustrated about when using um Instagram and the likes. So under frustration, you can now be like, um, I don't have control over my followers, like over the people that follows me. Maybe they are expecting that, you know, the way normal Instagram does it now. When somebody follows you, like if your account is private, you get everything fall under like a request. Then you now have to accept it for them to come into your clique. But if you don't accept, they're like left outside and all of that. So somebody now can now be like, I don't have control over my followers. We get maybe they're trying to do something, but it's not really going their way. All those frustrations and concerns that they have, that's where you put inside this particular section. Do you get? Are you guys following? That's clear. Somebody is saying I should explain what profile is again. And yeah, frustration and pain point, they are the same thing. Do you understand? Frustration and pain point, they are the same thing. I mean, what don't they like? What's giving them a headache? That's it. I mean, people in this personal has this biography. Some personal don't really have profile. Some has, I mean, it's compulsory for them to have biography, frustration, needs, and goals. Do you understand? That's it. But people put the words in different ways. But trust me, if you see pain points, you see frustration. Do you understand? Once what I don't understand is if the interview of 30 minutes we did is what we are going to generate the personal or the Google form. Okay, so I don't really know how you went about your research, but let's say the Google form serves as a like screener type of interview where you screen people in or you screen people out. So you ask that's I don't know, I'm just thinking maybe that's what you did. I might be wrong though. Let's say you ask some certain number of questions in the Google form, then when you give it to them, I mean the Google form just for you to know, like Google form just for you to know. That's what I expect you guys to do though. The Google form just for you to know the kind of people that are going to go ahead and research, like an interview or have your research with. Do you understand? Because trust me, it's not everybody you give a form to that you're going to like pack into your interview and all of that. Do you get? Because based on the responses you will get, you know that maybe this person is not interested or this person does not really fall under the kind of user that I need. Do you understand? So that's it. So let's say your form is for your screener questions. Then after that, after they fill your form, you now get to like through the form, you get to like choose the people that would go ahead with the questions, with the interview rather. So it's that interview that you're now going to use to get your personnel. It's through that interview because that's the main one. I don't know how you did it though. The interview might not really come as in form of interview. Sorry. The interview might not really come in form of interview. The interview might come in form of normal form, like where you ask all your interview questions, everything on the form. Do you understand? I really can't say because I don't know how you went about your own. I don't know which of those ways you went about your own. So I really can't answer that question for you. I really don't know what you did. What if I focus my aspect on just business aspects as opposed to the entire user? Good. So you're just doing one user personal. Do you understand? User personal represents the like user categories. Do you understand? Type of user you're working with. Do you get? So I guess we have to move forward. This is just 12 12 20 12 11. Sorry. Please let's just move forward. So when you're talking about goals, yeah. So when you're talking about goals, goals are the things that they tend to achieve using your products. Do you understand? That is what goals is. I think you tend to achieve when using your products. Oh, I want to do this one, do this one, do this one. Okay, so I decided to try out this product because I want to achieve this. I want to do this. I want to use my business. I want to reach out to many clients, many customers as possible. Do you understand? Like that's all those things that have to do with what they actually want to do. Do you understand what they tend to achieve? That's what you are going to put under the goal form. Like that's what you are going to put under the goal section rather. Then when you're talking about need, what do they want? Do you understand? Oh, my frustrations. I mean, I was not able to control. I mean, I can't control my followers. It would be nice if I get this and this and this and this and this. If nice if this app has this, or if nice if your app has this. Those needs, what they want that would aid their experience. That is where you have to like put on that needs section. So I hope that like summarize everything about the user personnel. I'll be going forward to like empathy map. Like I said, I really want to answer all your questions, so I won't really have to like take a lot of time in each of them so that I can cover all the questions. Do you get? So let's go to the next one, which is empathy map. So empathy map is a tool used to visualize and articulate a user's behavior and attitude to make sure you make better decisions. So what this means is it's basically helping you to understand your users. Do you understand? I would say empathy map is you breaking down that user persona, like breaking it down, basically. I mean, what are they saying? Do you understand? What do they think? What do they think? They might not really be telling you that, oh, I think this, and they might not really put it as that is what, I mean, you might also get that from what you think they are thinking. Oh, this person is saying this, so I think they are trying to relate this, or this is what's in their head when they are trying to use this app. Do you understand? And okay, what do they do? I want to create a business aspect, a business account, or I basically want to use social Instagram for like to kind of promote my business and all of that. So basically, I just go into the app. I try to like get a profile, a business profile, and all of that, just so I could like manage my business and all of that. Do you understand? What they do, you put it inside that, and what they feel. Basically, is trying to understand your users better. Do you get? Just trying to understand your user better. Somebody asked a question about something that have to. Sorry, I'm coming. I'm trying to get the. Okay, yeah. So I'm in this right now, and I'm seeing brainstorming. Okay, this is the empathy map. This is a personal. This is brainstorming, and there are lots of things here. Do you understand? You don't need to submit all of this. That's the truth. Do you get? We want to see, based on the task, we want to see empathy map, we want to see user personnel, and want to see your feature list. Do you understand? How you go about your feature list? This is your feature list. How you go about your feature list, which is this? We really don't really care. Do you understand? We just need your feature list. But well, if you want to show us that, okay, I really know what I'm doing, then you can go ahead and do this. But we need to see your empathy map, we need to see your user personnel, and we need to see your feature list. Do you understand? Like those are the three most important things, because if you go to your tags, it is written there: empathy map, user personnel, and feature list. Like five most important feature. I think so. Yeah, five most important feature. So let's go to the next one. The next one is going about your tags. So if you see the tags, it says analyze your interview feedback, like the responses you got from the interview, to develop an aggregated empathy map. That's work on an empathy map. And you also draw up a user personnel and brainstorm and prioritize ideas brainstorm and prioritize ideas to come up with 5 main design features. Do you guess? So now let's go back concerning these 5 main design features. Let's go back to storytelling, Instagram. I mean, I'm using Instagram to do that. So remember the customer was giving an excuse about wanting to manage their business and all of that. So because of you've done user personnel, because of you've done empathy map, that really give you insights to what they are thinking, what they need. Do you understand? Because you've done that, it will now be like it will now be like more of a piece of cake to now know the features you'll be adding or the ideas you'll be adding to make up your app, like the features. Do you understand? Because you've gone through that route. Imagine if you did not do user personnel. Imagine if you've not really broken down the interview responses and all of that. How do you want to come up about the features? You just be imagining. Do you understand? You just been like, oh, I think let's just add this. I think let's just add that and all of that. But going through the responses, knowing the type of users you are working for, that's creating them into different personals. Like that's if they are different type of users, creating them into different personals, then going ahead to fill those information about the personals. That would give you more insights, more information, because for each of them, for user personals and for user personals and empathy map, there is needs. They have needs. Do you understand? They have to, with this, to be able to understand what they want. Then, while taking all of that down, that's what you see here. I remember we were working on this. While taking down all of this, like you are bringing them down, more of like brainstorming. While we are doing this, you'll be able to know that, okay, this feature, this user says they want this one, they want this one, this is their pain point, this is what they are facing. So they would like to get this. Or even though they not really say they would like to get this, because of their pain point, because you now know their frustrations, you now know what they think, you now be able to decide that, okay, because of this, their frustration, this will solve their problem. Do you understand? This will make the experience better for them due to this problem and all of that. You start putting all of them down. Do you understand? You put out all those ideas. You might have lots of, not you might, you obviously have lots of ideas due to the research that you have done. So you now have to pick out those ideas and pick out the most important ones. Do you understand? The most important ones. Because look at this. I'll ask you guys this question. I need answers. Let's talk about this pain point or this frustration. One, I'll list them like maybe 4 or 5. One, users can't really tell when somebody is online. I need you two guys to pick out the most important thing that we are going to do, the most important features or the most important idea or most important problem we are going to solve, the most important ones. One, users can't know when somebody is online. We are doing social media, Instagram. Users can't know when somebody is online. One, do you understand? Two, users would like to manage their business accounts. Do you understand? Users would like to manage their business accounts. That's two. Three, users would like to manage their followers. When I mean managing followers, I know Instagram have done this. I'm just picking out features. Do you understand? Users like to manage their followers in the sense that everybody doesn't really need to follow me. I don't want everybody to follow me. I want to select the kind of people that would follow me. Do you understand that? So out of those 3 features, which one do you think is the most important one? So guys, number 1, users can determine when somebody is online. Number 2, they want to manage their business accounts. 3, they want to manage their followers. So which of those 3 ideas, which one do you like? I just need one. Which one do you think is the most important one of them? Good. Do you understand? That is why you're looking at the business aspects. You get? So that is the most important one. That's what we need you guys to do. So after you've done all of this, you've analyzed both user. You see that why user research is the most important one. I mean, why user research? I mean, personal and empathy map. You can't skip these 2. Do you understand? You can't even skip any of them. You see why they are the most important. So because they are going to help you, they are going to give you the opportunity to like really pinpoint the kind of ideas, do you understand, to do, the kind of features. You now know the customers better. You now know them better. So you now know what to do, what to pay you and what to pay the customer. What I mean, what to pay you, looking at the business. Why I feel that managed business account is important is because looking at Instagram, what gives Instagram money? I mean, what gives that engagement? Do you understand? Can you see why that business owner is the most important one? Do you understand now? So looking at the mission, or like what Instagram is, because you don't remove the fact that, oh, I want to create a social media account, then somebody is asking for how to copy image, and you're putting that as number one priority. When somebody is telling you that they want to manage followers, you are putting copy image as priority. You can see that now. You have to really sit back and understand the goal of your project. You remember in that last week tag, there's this place, the background, your goal, like what you tend to achieve and all of that. Do you understand? You just understand the kind of product you are doing, kind of product you are designing for, so that when you are seeing some features, you now know if to put it as priority or you put it down. I mean, users will survive if they don't have this feature. You know, I think they will not use the app. They use the app swiftly. They don't have this feature. You now know where to place that. So that is what we need from you on this task. Like, that is the whole summary. Then you submit using Mirror or FigJam. It has to be that soon. You don't go outside. When I mean FigJam, this is FigJam. This is FigJam. Don't submit using Figma. There are two different things. There's FigJam and there's Figma. Don't submit using Figma and you think it's FigJam, because when you get 0.5, I mean, do you understand? It won't really be cool. So you're submitting using FigJam or Mirror, not Google Doc. And like I've been telling you guys, after doing your work and all of that, before you submit, make sure your share is public. This is not really my work, so I won't really see all of that. So make sure your share is public. I mean, make sure you are sharing, you are doing everyone on this link, or everyone with this link, sorry, can view, whether it's on Mirror or whether it's on FigJam. And when you are done, don't immediately go and submit. You can share those links with your friend, maybe on WhatsApp or something. Don't share it on the channel, please. You can share it with your friends to see if they can see your work. Because when you come to our DMs or tag us and be like, oh, we can't really, I mean, oh, I got 0.5, but I made sure I can swear with my life and my generation that my submission was visible. I mean, it's not private. It's whatever we see that will grade. It's when I click on this link, I'm seeing something. I will check of what I'm seeing, then I'll grade what I see. If it's private, I would give it 0.5. Do you understand? So please, whatever you are doing, make sure, because trust me, it's not going to be a good thing for you to spend all your time doing something and at the end of the day, just getting 0.5. Do you understand? I'm sure I've covered a lot of questions, and that will be all for my session. If you have any question, make sure you use the link in the channel to drop your question. And I think the next session is by 2 p.m. So the next mentor is going to take the session and answer your questions. How to okay, somebody is asking how to go with FigJam. Okay, I'm sure you can see what I'm doing here. Do you get so like this FigJam, this is your Figma mirror, this FigJam, you get this FigJam, you click on FigJam. So okay, this FigJam, do you understand? Abigail, you said I didn't answer your question. Sorry, can you ask again? So we already have a template for what it is, or you might just want to copy. Let's see, is this picture? I think this is an image. Okay, this is an image. So sorry, we won't be using image, you don't get. But let's copy this and bring it here. Let's wait for it to okay. So we are going to do this first. We are going to do personal first. You are just going to replicate this. I mean, if you have a better idea, you might want to do. But first of all, bring a card. Sorry, not that card. I go somewhere else. Okay. So yeah, bring a card, draw here, give it white. Give it white. Okay, give it white. This is the card though. Yes, can we put stroke? Okay, we can put stroke. Then see the text, then name here. This is it here. Click here, make it big, yeah, so that people can see your name. Then draw a circle. I'm just giving placeholder. This is your, what they call it. This is the image. Do you get? Oh, sorry, this needs to read. Yeah, your image here. This is the image. Then you're talking about biography. You can see that the way this personal and the one I did, like the one I used to explain earlier on, they are like two different things, but you see that they are similar. So feel free, you don't really have to copy this the exact way. Feel free, just make sure the most important details are in there. Do you get how it's going to look like? I mean, you would want to decide that yourself. Then you just put your text and all of that, and all of that, and all of that. Do you get? Copy another shape, rectangle, do the same thing. You do shift D, oh sorry, you do option D to duplicate again. Abigail, what's your question? Just ask here so I can just get it. Take it back. Can you see? So yeah, basically this is it. You get. So and start writing your text inside. So that's how you do it. Whatever format you want your user personal to be, feel free. But yeah, we just need user personal. You need user personal. You need your empathy map. You also need your feature list. Everything on one FigJam, or everything on one mirror. Do you understand? So I guess that's all. Abigail, I'm waiting for your question, bro. Abigail. How many feature lists? So someone asking for the number of feature lists. I think they say 5. How do I add image to fit into my design? You just Control C, like this is an image. Just Control C wherever and paste it. Then you want to like resize it and do all of that. You just Control C, copy from there and bring it here. Do we have to put an image when creating a user persona? Yes, it might be an avatar. You can see that this is not a real human being. It might be an avatar, but yes, you have to. Please do it again. Do what exactly? I've tried doing the template of this. You just look at your shapes here. Do you understand? These are your shapes, circle, square, and all of that. This is where you get your text. You see? So just make use of this. And when there's an error, just do Control Z to undo. I guess that's all for today. So guys, you enjoyed today's class. Did you get something? In fact, let's make this interactive. Can somebody tell, no, not can somebody. I need you guys to tell me what you understand, what you got from today's class. Let me know if you have been going the right direction or you have been misunderstanding something. How many user personals do we need to come up with? I think you're just coming. So please, you have to rewatch this again. I've answered that. I'm sure everybody here can be a witness. But yeah. So guys, tell me, what have you learned from today's class? Do you now know how you decide the number of user personnel to do? Yeah, I need the answer. Do you now know how you decide user personals? Number of user personals to work with. Do you guys know that now? Hello. Do you guys know how to decide the number of personals? Are you guys there? Abigail, you are saying I asked about the interview. I initially felt interview was the method of doing the research. If you don't want to do the questionnaire survey, that's my opinion. You have to do the interview. You have to do because that's where you, like I said, the interview, you don't necessarily need to like interview people. You might get from the survey you did. Do you understand? Those are research. They have different ways of doing research. Not everybody will call everybody on Meet call, Zoom call, wherever, start asking questions. Some might just want to just give out form and allow people to fill in based on the right questions. Because if your questions are not right, you feel that all the responses you get are valid, meanwhile they are not valid. Do you understand? Somebody's saying personnel will be based on those you feel will be using the app. Am I right? So your personnel determines the type of users you are designing for. If you are designing for more than one user, so you are going to do more than one personnel. So yeah. When I mean user, I don't mean one person. The user I'm talking about user category. I don't mean like if you have like 20 responses from your research, I don't mean you are going to do 20 personals. Do you understand? Your personal comes from user categories. Do you understand? See based on your product idea, the app idea, whatever you're going to do. That I really can't see. I gave an example of Instagram. So I really don't know the project or the app you are working with. Do you understand? So I can't really tell you the type of users you'll be designing for, nor the number of personnel you'll be designing for. How do you move a text backward? You just click on the text and move it back like this. Do you get? So guys, hope this meeting was enlightening and you guys got in stuff. And I did not really confuse you guys the more, did I? I hope I've been able to like break down something. Hello. Okay. Oh God, somebody is asking the same question. What's her name asked? Abigail asked, you're asking the interview compulsory. Please, you have to watch the video again. All right. I like that, Elijah. You said today's class exposed the needs for conducting a proper user research and draft out pain points, which will enable users design a product good. That's nice. So thank you guys. I'm very happy you guys took in a lot and I did not really confuse you guys anymore. So thank you very much. I will see you guys tomorrow. The next session I have with you guys is tomorrow afternoon. So I'll see you guys tomorrow afternoon. Until then, bye. Make sure you do your result research and you know the way we do stuff now. Before you ask me questions, you'd have to go and ask your colleagues first. Do you understand? No, not ask your colleague. Oh, I take that back. Sorry. I have to check Google. Make your research first. Then you ask your colleague. If you still don't understand, you now I don't think come to my DM. I mean, on the channel, just ask Uduak and ask a question. Do you understand? Can I use feature list instead of brainstorming? I don't really understand. But anyway, so bye guys. See you next time. And I'm glad you guys learned a lot. So bye.